like watching anti-intellectualism do the Dougie on my For You page. Hi, my bookish friends. Grab your annotated copy of Common Sense, maybe a snack, maybe a cup of tea, because today we are diving into the delightfully delusional, algorithm-fueled, entirely unrequested saga of BookTok's so-called Big Three drama, okay? And before their loyal followers start typing with the ferocity of a fanfic author on a deadline, pause! This is not hate. This is not jealousy. This is simply me standing at the gates of the internet asking, who crowned them? Because based on my corner of book talk, it wasn't us, okay? It feels like the algorithm handed out crowns at random and called it democracy. And we really got to get into it because it's been causing some really entertaining drama on Book Talk. And you know what? For the drama, I'm here for it. But I feel like it's going to get a bit deeper, and I got to let you guys know what's up. So let's get into it. For those of you who are blissfully living in the algorithm's blind spot, let me explain, okay? The big three are Larry, Marianna, and Yana, I believe their names are, and they are three huge book talk creators. So like they have huge followings of over 100,000 followers or more. They obviously do have their loud opinions, and they have a drama follow through so strong that they should honestly get frequent flyer miles for how often they visit the Discord zone. Now, depending on your side of book talk, they're either your unproblematic phase or the reason your block list looks like a guest list for a problematic influencer party. And what's actually funny is this big three nonsense, it wasn't even their branding. At least not publicly. They might call themselves that privately. Who knows? But it started out as a random internet whisper, okay? A random book talk whisper, if you will. One offhanded TikTok comment saying they're the big three, or, you know, a post or a video, whatever it was. And suddenly the algorithm short-circuited. Book talk combusted. And we were thrust into what can only be described as the Hunger Games of literary relevance. And what's so funny is I caught the back end of this. I'm obviously just finding out, which is why I'm just making this video. But the drama is still rolling, so I'm definitely gonna let you guys know what's up. See, the moment that Big Three label hit the For You page, Book Talk collectively lost its marbles. Suddenly, every creator, every stan, every keyboard warrior was out here screaming, who crowned them? That's not my big three. We reject this monarchy. Or, you know what? Yeah. Let's get it. It turned into the petty Olympics, if we're being honest. And really, I was seated with popcorn watching it after it happened. And I'm just watching it all burn. We had factions rise up declaring the real big three, Black Book Talk edition, the real big three, Indie Girlies edition, the real big three, people who actually read past chapter 5 edition. Guys, it's been so hilarious going through my feed. I even saw someone say the only big three I recognize are caffeine, chaos, and crying over fictional deaths. And honestly, that's a mood. I'm with you for real. It has been peak internet democracy. Hilarious, unhinged, but also proof that book talk is not always one unified community, if ever, to be honest. It's a dozen warring kingdoms pretending to share a library card. But the thing no one really wants to say out loud, or not too many people want to say out loud, because there are some people saying it, is the big three weren't crowned by a lot of people. They were not crowned by majority of the people, no. They were crowned by the algorithm, aka the chaotic puppet master behind our FYPs. Larry, Marianna, Yana, I really hope I'm not getting any of their names wrong because truly I don't interact with them. But their content is algorithm crack, you know? Spicy hot takes? Check. Thirst traps disguised as book reviews? Check. Questionable literary opinions with enough confidence to fuel a TED Talk? Check. Drama? Oh, bountiful renewable drama? Check, checkity, check. And because they move like a unit, their content feeds off each other. It's like a group project from literary purgatory, where every single one copies the same answers, posts at the same time, and calls it organic engagement. Not to say that they don't have organic engagement, but I feel like a lot of people have begun to notice the way it works. It's giving, let me phone a friend before I post energy. It's giving, one Discord server is more active than our reading habits. And now let's respectfully drag Exhibit A from this mess, in case you people still don't know who I'm talking about. Yana's Six of Crows moment. Do you want to know what's so funny? I made a video and I did not know that she was Yana. I was just like, I saw this video blowing up. Guys, let's discuss. You guys, a lot of you will probably remember when I made this video. See, the video was a viral complaint that Six of Crows had, wait for it, too many words on the page. The collective response? Whiplash. The literary kings and queens spinning in their metaphorical graves. Babes, it's a book. It's literally a book. It's supposed to have words. If you wanted less words, you should have opened a coloring book. I won't even joke. And you guys know I love just throwing a bit of shade. Now, I know a lot of people saw my video, saw a lot of other people's videos with the clip of her saying it's too many words. And a lot of people came to the front fighting, playing devil's advocate. Guys, I'm pretty sure she means, the font is too small, because Six of Crows really has small font. Guys, I have horrendous eyes. I actually had surgery on one and I'm awaiting surgery on another. My eyes are no joke. I genuinely cannot even see the camera, the phone that I am recording this from. I even gave her the benefit of the doubt when I first saw the video, but then the remainder of the video, no. It proved that theory wrong. I'm so sorry, because as she continued to go through that video was really just her speaking about the fact that she did not like anything with complexities. She's like, there's so many backstories, they're giving so much details, and we're just here like, what exactly were you looking for, especially in a fantasy book? Oh goodness, guys. It was genuinely a time when I when I saw that video. I was having a time. But what happened next was, it was tragic comedy. I will not even lie to you. Suddenly, people were proudly declaring, I don't read long books. World building is exhausting. Big words couldn't be me. I skip large chunks of books. It was like watching anti-intellectualism do the Dougie on my For You page. And rather than clarifying or really course correcting or even trying to backtrack like so many others would do, Yana, and honestly by extension the big three at this point, they leaned into the chaos. They memed it, they laughed it off, and in doing so they fed an entire wave of readers who treat critical thinking like a spoiler. I honestly still can't get over that entire saga, especially because anti-intellectualism became such a hot topic in the bookish space, which is obviously why I made a video and so many others made a video just speaking on the patterns that we were noticing in the bookish space. And it wasn't cute, now was it? No, it wasn't. And listen, I get it. Not every book needs to be dense. Not every story needs 800 pages. But when creators with huge platforms, huge followings reduce critique to too many words on a page and it catches on, that's how we end up in a space where critical thinking is mocked and surface level hot takes become law, which is how we have seen BookTok become this cesspool of ignorance, let's be honest. But buckle up, because it only got worse with the boys of Tommen situation. For context, this is a series about teenage boys at an Irish boarding school. I haven't read it, but after all of this debacle came up, obviously I looked into it. Guys, this book series has characters who are, let me just check my notes. Teenagers, okay? Teenagers. Some users decided to make AI-generated, aged-up thirst traps. Guys, BookTok is genuinely not a real space sometimes, because even that is already questionable, okay? But hey, the internet loves poor decisions, doesn't it? Especially BookTok. Enter the big three. Dun dun dun, okay? Instead of calling it out, they publicly thirsted over these characters, defending it with they're fictional. It's just word on a page. It's not that deep. You know, the classic excuses when we're doing something totally just completely insane. Babes, if you have to publicly defend your right to be weird about minors, even fictional ones, it's already that deep, 100%. It's I mean, it really was giving predatory, but make it prose. It was giving, I know boundaries exist, I just don't respect them. You know, words on a page isn't the defense you think it is, sweetheart. It really is not. Let me be clear though, I love fiction. I believe in the magic of books, but some boundaries, they exist for a reason. When adults with massive platforms start romanticizing fictional minors, even under the guise of aging them up, it normalizes a level of behavior that's frankly predatory adjacent. It's not about fiction versus reality. It's about the messages we send and the communities we foster. And right now, the message is messy, okay? And because drama apparently operates on a subscription model, Mariana had to toss in her own separate controversy from her, the other two. She partnered with Creator AI, which is a company actively undermining artists and creatives by fueling AI content. Guys, this one is very, very fresh, this saga. And when called out, she played the classic, I didn't know, I wasn't aware. Babes, the only thing more AI generated than the excuse is the apology itself. But you know what? We'll save that for another day. We're going to have a full-on video dedicated to her because I could not believe the logic that she was spewing out here. As someone who is in the bookish space, who's been on the bookish space for a minute, who's grown her platform to, to such a great, great number. You're going to tell me that over the last year, when AI and literature has been discussed time and time again on several channels, several platforms, you're telling me you weren't aware of the issue, of the problem? Babes, do you think we're dumb? No, for real. Do you think we're dumb? Quite frankly, I watched the apology video. I was watching her comments because after she made that sponsored post, obviously it's a sponsored post, she's bound by contract, she cannot take it down. She was getting a bunch of comments rightfully calling her out. And she was deleting the comments, guys. She was deleting the comments. But you know what? There were so many comments that she couldn't delete them all. Power to the people. And so she just had to start replying to the comments saying, guys, I made a mistake. I'm human. I didn't realize. I didn't know. Babes. I don't understand. What do you mean you didn't know? No. But let's circle back to the real tea, okay? Who crowned them? It wasn't Diverse Book Talk. It wasn't anyone in BIPOC Book Talk. It wasn't Indie Book Talk, to my knowledge. I don't think it was Critical Reader Book Talk, if we're being honest. It was the algorithm. It was coordinated content. It was fandom politics. And a sprinkle of good old-fashioned parasocial loyalty. That's not hate. That's facts. The real big three, for me anyway, is the reader who uplifts underrepresented authors, the creator who critiques with nuance, not just clicks, and the book lover who reads beyond trendy tropes. But hey, that's literally just me and my side of book talk. You are free to decide who are your big three. And you know what? Feel free to let me know in the comments. Here's the real tea though. Having a following doesn't make you above critique. Absolutely not. The big three, they've built large platforms. That takes work, consistency, and a little bit of algorithmic luck. I respect the hustle, truly, but size does not equal immunity from accountability. You can have a million followers and still post harmful takes, foster an echo chamber, contribute to unhealthy fandom dynamics, thirst after questionable content, and undermine real creatives by partnering with exploitative companies. And when people call that out, it's not hate, it's not jealousy, it's literally community accountability, something booktok claims to care about until it's their faves being criticized. Miss me with the crap, okay? Once again, I'm not here to hate, but I'm just saying it like it is. So I hope you listened to this glorious, chaotic literary TED Talk and, you took a few notes. That being the big three is more the algorithm's favorite court jesters. Their content is addictive, yes, but often shallow. Their influence is real, fair enough, but not universal. Their takes, I'm so sorry, what the heck are you guys doing half the time? Their legacy is obviously to be determined because the world's still going and they're still on there. And frankly, I would say it's in need of editing, but that's just my personal opinion. Make of it what you will. And the thing is, you can enjoy their content, you can follow them, but let's not pretend they represent the entire book community. They represent a corner, a loud one, sure, but just one. But for the rest of us, we're going to be over here reading books, respecting fictional boundaries, even though they're fictional, yes, we're respecting them, and reminding each other that reading comprehension isn't optional and neither is accountability, okay? But I know that not everyone is going to be on that side. And to you, I say, Godspeed, go touch grass, God bless you, I will see you on the other side. And hopefully you walk right past me because truly, anyone who thirsts trapping over a fictional 17-year-old, I don't think I really care to really just have too much of a conversation with you. No offense. And if you're here defending AI or any form of anti-intellectualism, I suggest logging off genuinely and maybe opening a dictionary, But for now, see you in the next video. Yeah, and in that video, we're definitely going to be discussing the Marianna AI drama in a bit more depth because, that did not go well. That did not go well at all, But trust me, you don't want to miss it. I'll see you guys soon.